Welcome, generals. Today I'll be fighting the Battle of Iuka. And before I get into the battle, I'd just like to go back to the battle that I fought before Antietam and show you basically the progression of my army and my philosophy on um, how I've been training up my army and where I'm headed. So let's go and take a look at before Antietam. And here's the first corps of my army before Antietam. As what you can see is that I have only one two-star infantry unit, and everything else is one star except for my artillery, which is all 2 stars. When I go to my second corps, again, all of my infantry are basically new guys, and I still have a couple 2 stars here for my artillery, but these other batteries are normal artillery. They have a bit of experience. Nope, not so much. No, they're all brand new. And then my third corps, which doesn't have much of anything, and so they were all new guys. So in total, I think I have 11 batteries, and 7 of them are 2 stars, and I've got one 2 star infantry regiment, and overall, my army, runs there. There we go. But overall, my army, you go to Second Corps, and you'll see that they're mostly armed with Springfields. All right, so let's take a look at what happened after Antietam. Now I lost 22,000 men at Antietam. But the thing about it is I got a lot of reinforcements, not enough to cover what I had before, but I also got 400,000 in money. So let's just take a look at my army here. I lost a few generals. Let me just throw these in here real quick. And there we go. And so what you see is a lot of promotions. These guys up to 2 stars, another 2 stars, and a lot of units up to 1 stars. So what happened was, because of Antietam, my whole army got a whole lot of experience, and because I had a lot of money to spend, I was able to really make a big difference with my how my army was composed. Notice also I got the Iron Brigade, which is a 3 star, but because their efficiency is so high, you can't use it because it's capped by command. So the best it could be in battle would be using an efficiency of 75. And I think what I did with that is I just went rookies, and I just brought them right down so that their efficiency was below their command. It still left me with a 2 star unit. But up to this point, before this battle, what I was doing is I was working really, really hard on my artillery to get them up to a good strong arm of my army. And I'm pretty happy with them now, as I have 7 out of 11 of my batteries are 2 stars. And the next thing that I'm pushing for is to start increasing the quality of my infantry, not only in their traits, but also in their weapons. Notice this guy was with the Texans. And so that means getting better weapons for a lot of these guys. And I think over half of them have Springfields. So I'm pretty happy with where my army is. This, even this artillery went up one. This artillery went up one. Everybody went. These are the only two guys really that nothing really happened to them. So let's go back to where we are now. The Battle of Iuka. And what we see here is here's First Corps. And notice I have 9 2-star. Now I have 9 2-star regiments, and I was able to do that because I had so much money. I could just pile them in with reserve veterans, and even though they just make it, I was able to keep them in there at 2-star regiments and keep their really high efficiency ratings. The rest of my army is 1-star. So overall, I've had a general increase in the quality of my army, with the exception of these two guys. And the next real push is to get better weapons for Second Corps and Third Corps as they will slowly increase in their efficiency. So before, all the way up to this point, I've been working really hard on my artillery, always including them in even the minor battles. I still do that, but not as much. And really trying to work up that artillery so that they could be a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. And now I'm turning on the infantry and really want to get them to a much higher level. Here's my career points. Notice economy's up here. So I'll be punching these three now: economy, medicine, and training, so that I believe as these go up, it's going to be a lot easier for me to maintain a not only a large army, but a army of fairly decent troops. So, having said that, no, I think, let's see. I think I'm going to bring Second Corps into the Battle of Iuka. I'm just wondering what artillery I want to bring in there. I want to bring in close support artillery. These guys will be really good. These guys still need a lot of training. I could just bring in this howitzer unit, which is pretty powerful damage of 56. They can come up some still too. I think I'll do that. I think I'll bring these 24-pound howitzers. 12-pound howitzers. Okay. So, Second Corps in the Battle of Iuka. So that the Rebs have taken up a position that's in our way, and we have to kick them out of there. Now, when I look at the battlefield, of course, you see that this is a lot of cover here, and this is very open. So the best approach, of course, is to come like that, and that's what I intend to do. So let's bring these guys over here. Just pop them all over here. All these guys over here. Start the battle. Hold here for just a sec. And let's see what we can do here. These guys want to come up here. These guys will come up here. Turn off infantry. Put them over there. Little Mac will go over there to scout things out for us. And off we go. Get some skirmishers here. Cover our flanks. Like that. Let's go ahead and increase the speed a little bit. See what happens. Artillery up there. Everything looks okay so far. Uh-oh. Run away. Infantry coming. That should be interesting. Off we go. Halt. Halt. Forward. Oops. I might get up there, mate. Cavalry totally destroyed. Halt. Fall back. Halt. Artillery up. Counter better and then artillery. The artillery's really having an effect on us here. those guys get completely destroyed. No. Fall back. Fall back. What are you doing? You just got your guy killed for doing that. Fall back. Halt. Hurry. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to go in there and take the objective now. Charge him. Charge. Rejoin your unit. Rejoin your unit. And there we go. The end of the battle. We seriously had them outnumbered, 16,000 to looks like about 12,000. They lost 2,000. They lost close to 5,000. Let's take a look at our units. Not bad. Let's see. Wood suffered pretty heavily. Not sure did those guys get captured? No, we captured them. We captured them at the very end. How well? 250 cavalry. 2 wounded, 2 promoted. Some Harper's Ferries, but not a whole lot of goods. So we get a little bit of extra men. Let's just, I always like to take a look at, so I lost 2,174. So that's gonna, and I get 3,500. So I'm gonna be able to increase my army by 1,800. 1,800 men. And that should mean that I should be able to take care of all of the guys who fought in this battle. And then, like, Lytle here, I should be able to get him up to 2,000 and help 3rd Brigade a little bit, get their numbers up some. Extra officers. I've got a bunch of colonels hanging around. So, there we go. 82,000. It should be enough money to get me a bunch of veterans. So hopefully we can keep some of these numbers high. Look at Hare, 37. That's easy. All veterans, and he'll be quite high. He's 65 now, and he went up to 59. So, let's see any history here. A little bit. Hasn't done the greatest. Like I say, what I'm looking for is, I really would like to get a hold of these. I'll have to decide whether or not to take them before I go on to Fredericksburg, but we'll do that after the next battle, which is Perryville. Notice the army has gone up to 87,000. Yikes. And let's see. So they've sent 12,600 veterans, and we got all kinds of people coming around. So yeah, that explains why they went up so much. So there you have it. The Battle of Iuka. It wasn't anything special, flanking movement there, trying to make sure it beat up on them as much as possible and come out of the battle with victory. So, not the greatest victory, but it'll do. So, for those of you who watched, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.